Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Kai Daniels from Milk the Sun, and I'm very happy to talk to you today about our development from a marketplace business to a platform business. Most of you might already know Milk the Sun, not only because we pitched here at Ecosummit a couple of years ago, right after launching, but no, we since then have established the digital marketplace for photovoltaic systems, which means that we enable our users to offer and invest in photovoltaic systems completely independently from where they are and at what time. With this approach, serving worldwide those users, we have, on the one hand side, achieved a very loyal and stable user base, but for the most, we did lead to transactions with more than 600 megawatts that went over the platform. So really closed, not only offered. But what really came out most throughout this process in these past years is that we learned a lot about, first, the market itself and its development, ups and downs in the last years, but also the players and much more the users. And there is a lot of potential for value to be created when we look at those users. So looking at our user, the typical user for us is a semi-professional owner and operator of a photovoltaic system. His investment is too big not to care about optimizing his asset, but he's too small in order to benefit from the classical tools and structures of a professional asset manager. So he faces numerous decisions along the life cycle of a system, which is in the end 20 to 25 years. But he's left quite alone with the questions about with whom do I perform what kind of service, what is an adequate price, and what is the yield and the return that I should expect from it. As a consequence of this intransparency, he is left with suboptimal decisions, or he doesn't decide anything at all. In the end, the sun still shines, so sometimes they don't care at all. But this is not only suboptimal for him, but for the whole industry. So we took a look at it and said, what would be the solution for him? Well, it would be expanding our current marketplace model and making it a full platform to put the user in the position of managing his asset from an ownership point of view, not from a pure technical point of view. And this means, and don't worry, I don't want to go through all the details of this site, but it's more an example, looking from the user perspective, that we provide him with the data, accurate, objective, in order to take the right decisions. We provide him with an administration tools, and I'm not sure this is right with the voice here, or the tone, with the right administration tools and the digital space in order to always have his documents and everything in line, don't miss any deadlines. We've got still the marketplace, so you can always offer and benchmark your system, and you got services that you can take in order to optimize your system. In the end, we position ourselves as the gateway for our user and connect him to players that offer services, or we provide him the services ourselves. But in the end, it's about whatever he needs, whatever he does, he shall do it via us. If you ask, is it really worth for this target group? Well, we think yes. We'll look at transaction volumes just for our core markets of Central Europe, and looking at not only buying and selling, but really looking at the whole lifetime, and suddenly we see it's a huge market. The big question is, how do we participate? And the answer from us is, well, it depends. Sometimes it's better to go with a brokerage fee, like on the marketplace. It's a small part, but it's pure profit. And sometimes it's more convenient to work on long-term and recurring revenues, where you have to give a bigger share or lower share. In the end, we try to optimize everything based on the lifetime of the photovoltaic system, and in the end of the expense of our user throughout all his assets. This all sounds pretty theoretical, perhaps, so let's jump into a concrete example. This is an overview of all those services that since last year we already offer online. And just to pick the one that we're pushing now the most, systems cleaning. Systems cleaning is really one of the most fragmented and price-sensitive markets. So we're really talking about solar modules, and they need to be cleaned in order to be more efficient. Really hard market, but since last year, since we jumped in, we have acquired with our approach quite significant jobs there. And this is due to our first transparent approach, pricing, brand, and also delivering it under our own brand and not just being, let's say, just low cost. And in the end, what is the best, it shows that it's just out of our user bases, so without acquisition costs for any further new clients. What's the road ahead? Well, we're focusing on getting the right products from the right partners. We have some valuable assets on the table. That's the brand, that's the knowledge of the market, and that's account managers that know really the players on the user side and on the partner side. And what we're looking for is two things: long-term thinking partners and funding to fuel our growth in a Series A by the end of the year. Thanks a lot.